Hey, what is up guys? It is Trace MX here, back at again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 2021 Supercross series. Now, we just finished up with Indianapolis 1, and tomorrow we have Indianapolis 2. So it's pretty exciting. We get back-to-back races at the same stadium. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty awesome that you get a race on Saturday and you don't have to wait all the way till next Saturday for another one. You get Tuesday, which is pretty cool. I just looked at the track map. Looks awesome. Looks really cool. Hopefully it'll be longer than the last one, just a tad bit, so we don't run into so much lappers. But all in all, it looks good. It looks good. So Ken Roczen getting his first win of the season. Oh wow, I mean, that's our fourth new winner in 4 races, and I hope we get a 5th one. I hope we get 5 new winners. I want to keep seeing new winners, and I want to see these points close. I want to see the points race close. I don't just want to see Tomac, Cooper Webb, and Ken Roczen pull away with it. I want Justin Barcia and Adam Cianciarulo to get in the mix with those guys. I want them to be in the mix with those guys. I don't want them to fall off. Adam's looking really good. He's having consistent finishes. He's 16 points down. Of course, Cooper's 6 points down, and Eli Tomac's 9 points down. So we have a pretty tight point series. I hope it stays this tight. I hope no one runs away with it. I want to see all 5 of these guys in it to win it by Salt Lake City. That would be so awesome. Justin Barcia, he's been falling off. He's got to get back out. He's got to get a good start and run up front with these guys, because that's been his story. He hasn't been getting the starts. Round 1, he got the start and he ran away with it, and that was the story of that race. So that has to be the story of all Justin Barcia's races. He has to get the start and then go from there, because he's a fast rider, but it's too hard for him to try to make his way through the pack. And for all these guys too, because we have a really deep field, so you can't really be hanging back running through riders. Cooper Webb, he had his win round 3 in Houston, so he got his confidence up and got a 3rd place finish. So I think we're going to see his dangerously consistent finishes rack up, and you're going to have to be careful around him, and everyone's going to have to be consistent if you're going to want to hang with Cooper Webb. Adam Cianciarulo, he needs to be more consistent. He's coming off a 3rd, and now just coming off a 4th from right now. He just got a 4th at Indy 1, but in all honesty, he should have had that 3rd. Tomac and Roczen were just running a better pace than him. They went by him. But if he didn't tip the front end over, Cooper Webb would not have been able to catch him. He was up way too much. But he crashed, and then he had Dylan Ferrandis, Joey Savacci, and Cooper Webb right on his tail. So basically, without that crash, they wouldn't have caught him. He would have gotten a nice 3rd, had 2 consistent 3rd place finishes, and he'd be looking better in the points standings. But he gave up those valuable points to Cooper Webb, and if he wants to be in this point series, he can't give up valuable points to Cooper Webb, who is going to potentially be his points rival. Ken Roczen and Eli Tomac did what they needed to do, 1 and 2. They both had good finishes. They both made a mistake, though. Eli Tomac washing out the front end, and Ken Roczen going outside of the berm. He missed his turn. But all these riders, it's that who's gonna have the better, worse race. It's looking like now Barcia's having a lot of bad races. He's kind of dropping out of this point series unless he can pick it up. He's not going to be hanging with these guys. I hope he is, though, because that's just going to make the racing more interesting and more fun. But it doesn't look like he is going to really be able to run with these guys. Adam Cianciarulo, he's been getting good starts and running a good pace. Without that washout in the sand section at round 2, he'd be right at the front of this point series. If he would have just rode his race, got a clean 2nd or a clean 3rd or whatever the case may have been, if he would have just got points, he'd be probably right up there with Ken Roczen, right up there. He might even have the red plate if it weren't for that crash. He'd be looking so good in the points. He gave up valuable points. He got 13th as opposed to he was in 2nd place. So, and with Chase Sexton crashing out, he could have bumped up to first place, and Tomac might not have been able to catch him. He's running a good pace. It's a difference between first and 13th. So that's huge when you're talking about this point series. Now he finds himself 16 points down, and it's going to take a lot of podiums and a lot of wins to get back up there. So he needs to really think about keeping it on two wheels and staying in this points championship, because he can definitely win and definitely be in it. He's in this thing, no doubt. 16 points isn't too much points when you have 13 races left, but he's got to understand Tomac, Roczen, and Webb are hungry. They're hungry for this championship. Webb, he's super disappointed after not defending his championship last season. Tomac, he wants another championship. He's mad he didn't get one before. Roczen, he's looking for that first one. Adam Cianciarulo, he has the raw speed. If he can just keep it on two wheels, it would make such a difference. Because round 2 and round 4, it made a huge difference in points. He's only 16 points down, and he made those mistakes. If he didn't, he'd be right up there. Those 16 points are just an insane amount when you get closer to the end of the season. It's insane. So 16 points down, we need to see a win out of him. I hope that he's our 5th new winner to keep it new winners. I would also like to see Zach Osborne get a win, Dylan Ferrandis, Marvin Musquin. I don't want to see the same Roczen, Webb, Tomac story. And I didn't think we would be seeing that. I thought Chase Sexton, Adam Cianciarulo, and Zach Osborne and Justin Marshall would be giving them a run for their money. Chase Sexton goes down, Zach Osborne hasn't had the finishes, and Adam Cianciarulo's been at the beginning, at the front. In every race he gets the start, he's riding the pace. But he had those 2 mistakes, round 2s and 4. So round 5, I hope to see him not make a mistake. Round 6, not make a mistake. Going to Florida, not make any mistakes. And he'll be right up there in this point series, because I know he can get the start and I know he can run the pace. So without the mistakes, he is the points leader right now without those mistakes. Really, I mean, he gave up a lot of points with his mistakes, especially at round 2. He'd be right up there, at least 2nd in points. So it's just that hurt him really bad. And now I want to talk about someone else, Ken Roczen. He is looking hungry, on fire. Every race he's been right up there. Besides round 2, he had his bad finish as well. But round 3, or I should say round 2, he got docked some points, which was really unfortunate. And then round 3, he gets held up by Dean Wilson. So 2 situations where he loses 7 championship points because of it. So you have to think, with those 7 championship points, he'd really be leading this championship. He'd be up by 13 ahead of Cooper Webb. So he gets his first win of the season, and he just looks hungry this season. He looks like a different Ken Roczen on a different bike. Now, can we see him last the whole season? We have 13 rounds left. I think with this back and forth racing with the Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday schedule, I think it kind of works in his favor more than anybody else's, because I think the time off is honestly just what hurts him. He needs to be in that mode. He needs to be in the racing mode, because he needs to be flowing. Once he gets out of it, it just makes it harder for him, I feel like. Cooper Webb, he's just going to keep doing what he does. He's going to have consistent finishes, and he's going to be right up there every single race. Tomac, he had his washout this past race, which ultimately cost him the win. I don't know, Ken Roczen was riding really good. But round 3, he had a good finish. I believe he got 5th, I think. Yeah, I think it was 5th. So that was a good finish for him. Round 2, of course, he got the win, but round 1, 13th place. So if Tomac can avoid what won him his championship last year, the really bad nights, the 13th place finishes, that is what is ultimately going to win him this championship. Now, I don't really think that Tomac is going to win this championship, honestly. He's just lacking something, I feel like, this year. I think it's really anybody's race, but I think the last guy I would bet on out of the 4, honestly, I'm not saying he's going to get 4th in this championship, but just to win the championship, I don't think that's going to be Eli Tomac. I think I think that Ken Roczen has the best chance, honestly, of winning this thing if he can keep this same momentum that he has now. He's got it. Of course, Tomac is going to be up there every single race, but I don't see him not having that one or two really bad nights. And I just see Ken Roczen not having any bad nights, honestly. If his worst night could be a 6th or a 5th, that'll be huge. But if Tomac's worst night could be a 13th or a 14th, that's gonna kill him. Cooper Webb, of course, he'll have his consistent finishes, but if he has a bad finish as well, that could kill him. So it's really who's gonna have the worst bad night and how many bad nights are they gonna have. Adam Cianciarulo, of course, don't count him out, 16 points down, but he needs to really avoid the bad nights, because that's what's going to kill him in this championship, is the bad nights. So he needs the consistent 3rd place finishes, and he needs to be happy with that. Of course, he got the 4th this last round, which is something to be content about, nothing to be too upset with yourself about, but just know that he's got to pick it up this round. So we're looking at a pretty interesting and pretty tight Supercross series. I hope that we can keep it this tight and have a bunch of great battles. I want to see a lot of different guys step up and ride their races. I think that if the guys are getting stuck in this 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th place, they're going to get stuck in it. So I don't want to see just these 4 guys or 5 guys run away and only be the ones winning. I want to keep seeing new winners. But I feel like a lot of guys are going to get into this mentality of that's where they belong, when they could, where anybody can really run with the top guys, run with the leaders. It's all about the start. It's all about the pace that you're running. It's all about the mentality. So I think anybody can win a race this year, and I think anyone can win a race this year. It's going to be a great season. It's going to be interesting. Another race tomorrow, Tuesday night, should be good. I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope to see a new winner. I want to see what Zach Osborne can do. I would really like to see if he can pick it up, get a win. That'd be awesome for him, because he's 28 points out, but if he gets a win and starts picking up his pace a little bit, having some good finishes, who knows? Who knows what he can do? Maybe he has bad ones out of the way. Maybe from here on it's just podiums and top 5s, and we'll see what he can do, the defending motocross champion. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this video. Of course, like and subscribe and comment what you think about this series, what you think is going to happen, who you think is going to win the next race, who you think is going to win the championship, and what are your predictions. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for my next video. Check out my latest videos, and I'll see you guys later.